Hi, this is Zach Gimignani with Juice Analytics. I wanted to give you a really quick demo of our Juicebox platforms to help you get oriented as you get started. So you'll arrive after logging in into this apps page where you'll see all the applications that you've created. If you have a new account, you'll have a couple of tutorials that show up and a sample app or two. Um, but after you get to work in here and you've built more applications, you'll start to see those applications show up here in your apps landing page. I want to drill into one of these applications to give you an understanding of how it works. So if I choose this application and I want to go into the editing mode, I select one of these edit buttons, and that's going to take you into the application with the editing area open on the left here. If I just close that up and look at the application itself, Juicebox has a very unique way of presenting data and helping you communicate that and tell a story with your data. We do that by creating a guided flow as you work your way through the data, drilling down into the content. So in Juicebox, when you select something at the top of the page, those selections are going to pass down the page and change the content that the user sees. So you'll see there's a mix of data visualizations, descriptive content. This is really designed to act both as a presentation of your data, but also give the users of it the ability to drill in and explore the data. So if I select the time range in this chart, that's going to update the data that is shown below here. And if I choose a different metric I want to look at, that's going to update this bar chart here. So I can both explore, but also be guided through the content at the same time. So that's the way our applications work. They're connected together automatically. And as an author, you have the ability to create and edit these applications with this left-hand bar. I want to just take you through quickly each of the different sections that are involved with building the application. The first section is the settings area, where there's a few choices you can make around a color for your application, some font choices, a title, a description. You'll do that when you create the application in the beginning, so generally you aren't going to change those. The data itself is managed in this data tab here. We've loaded up one data table for this application. You can actually have multiple data tables that you're working with simultaneously within an application. Generally, we are uploading flat files in CSV format. We also have the capability to connect to databases and pull data from data tables. When you load up data, Juicebox is going to look at that data and determine what types of data we're working with, metrics or dimensions or dates. And we turn those data fields into something that we call data ingredients. So each of these pills here represents a data ingredient. If you open up a data ingredient, you can change the labels, the format, how you want to add up or aggregate the data. And you can actually do some fairly advanced things with this in terms of calculating metrics, bucketing things. There's advanced capabilities embedded in there. What I want to take you into is really the interesting part is when you start to build the application. So this is the design tab. The design tab is where you are putting content on the screen. So each of the things that you see over on the right is represented by what we call a slice on the left. So this is something that you can drag and drop, move around. Each slice has a text area that is managed through Markdown, and you can embed images, and that's kind of to put the descriptions and content around your data. But also you can, of course, put data visualizations in here. So this is the leaderboard, the trend chart over here. You make a few choices as to what you want to put in the trend chart, and it shows up and should look great and be automatically connected, as I mentioned, as you work your way down the page. So it's really as simple as that, is stacking up these different elements here. And ultimately, when you're done, you publish and share the application you've created.